Hello, and today you are looking at an e-coat machine brought to you by Lanco Corporation. This machine is approximately 150 feet long, 45 feet wide with the load and unload. It's actually 27 feet wide without this load-unload conveyor here that I'm showing you, with an overall height of 14 feet. I'll walk you through the process and how this machine actually functions. Currently right here you have a 4,000 pound load hopper. The bins or the parts are brought into there, followed here, and then they're dumped into this shaker conveyor. The conveyor is brought up to the actual workers that would stand right in front of the conveyor. As you can see behind us here, there are probably about 250 racks with assorted pins on them for loading different types of parts. These racks will hang on this conveyor here as they are loaded. They will then travel around. Here's the actual carriers that those racks will hang on, and you actually have a operator lift assist that will take the rack from the load conveyor over to here where the actual machines are. These are the actual carriers that the racks will hang on and travel through the machine. As you can see, there's a series of, you're just catching the tail end of the oven there on the unload. I will turn around and walk through the machine so you can see how it's functioning. The machine, as you can see, is fully enclosed, has glass sliders, appear to be 8 feet wide, that open and close throughout the entire machine for easy access, maintenance, entry. As the carriers travel to the first stage of the machine where they will enter, right here, this first stage is actually a spray, wash, rinse. As you can see there from the nozzles with the drip tray on the bottom, these carriers are then cycled into the machine. Once they are in the machine, everything is worked on a dog and pusher type motion, similar to a Utilite machine. You can see the chains and the counterweights for the entire head of the interior of the machine as it raises up. I will walk through and show you the tanks. The tanks are currently very clean. They are having an environmental company that has gone through and cleaned all of these tanks, except for the e-coat tank is currently still cycling and active. You can see as the racks actually pushed into the machine, and the mechanism up on the top that will actually lower down, set the racks in the machine, raise back up in the air, cycle forward, set the racks back down. Very simplistic machine. I will now go around to the back side of the machine. Here you've got the Tote Storage. Over here you've got spare parts for their waste treatment equipment. You've got some new pumps, anything as far as the spare parts for the e-coat machine. Here you have on the back side, you have the waste treatment system. There are currently two JWI 3.5 cubic foot filter presses that are being used. Dropping down into the super sacks. Also, the plates for the second press are right there. They are 630 millimeter. There are 14 plates in each press. Here you have a sludge holding tank that is fed from the bottom of the clarifier. The sludge is held in there before it's pumped into the filter presses. You also have a series of metering pumps. Here is the actual clarifier. It appears to be a Parkson 125-55, which would be rated for about 60 to 75 gallons per minute. Here's the actual control panel for the clarifier and the waste treatment system. Here are the metering dosing pumps to neutralize the pH, along with a series of other tanks. That stairway goes up to the Eco Lab, which I will take you in shortly. Now we are along the back side of the machine. As you can see, the fully enclosed machine, very simplistic pole barn steel, can be removed for transport. These are two sparkler filters, 24-inch diameter, 30 inches tall. Here are the control panels for the gas trains for different washer burners for the heated washes. You have 3 stages of that. Along the back side here, you have a gusher pump on all of the tanks that has an overflow on every tank. Inside the machine, the tanks are in a recessed pit and will need to be lifted out. The envelope working size of these tanks is 10 foot front to back or length, 5 foot direction of travel or width, and 6 foot deep, and that is the working area. Tanks are a little bit wider due to the pumps, the overflows, the weir. Here again is the sliders on the back. They do have ventilation. There are no scrubbers with this system, as they did not require them. Going along the back side of the machine here, it will get a little bit louder. Due to the active Eco tank that he has available here. Again, here's another look at those weirs. They have a chart recorder here that actually controls or monitors the temperature of the tanks. Here's your actual Eco tank. Along with your large gusher pumps. And your series of inline bag filters, stainless steel for the Eco. Here you have the motor control centers behind me. Those control most of the pumps. Here you have an Allen Bradley 1336 programmable controller. You also have an Eco alarm panel, which is a nice function and feature. Will tell you if the Eco paint level gets too low or any other type of faults that the system might have. Recirculating pumps quit or the chiller stops. Here's another control panel that goes with the machine. Has a lot of variable frequency drives in this panel. Going along the back side of the machine. Another pump. Here's a good look at some of the inside of these tanks. Again, very clean. We're cleaned by a professional environmental company, and still doing a little bit more of that process as we speak. Here's a Tranner heat exchanger, excellent condition. On the back side, we've got the deionized water charged tanks. We'll have to determine if those are on lease or if those actually are included. On the back side underneath this mezzanine, you can see the bottom half of a 6,000 gallon holding tank. Very good condition. Polypro dome top. Here's the back side of the oven. There's actually 2 burner stages for this oven. Each of these burner boxes is controlled individually. As you can see, the temperature gauges, these are naturally gas fired. Disconnects, blowers. Monitoring the temperature inside the oven. Temperature controllers. Oven and machine in very good condition. Again, going along the back side, here are some of the circulating motors for the fans on the interior. You have a York chiller up on the top on the mezzanine. Alongside of the back of the machine, you can see that these panels can be easily removed. To remove that middle belly band panel, and then the corners to easily move this machine and the oven. Let's see if we can show you the inside of the oven. Very good condition. They do not have lights in here. The plenum is actually along the bottom here, and you can see, I'll show you from the other side. Again, you can see the carriers that continue the cycle straight out the end there. I will show you the unload conveyor, how that works. Here's the actual section of unload conveyor. Again, you have the manual assist pneumatic arm that will take the racks off of the carriers as they come out of the oven here. And this is the exit for the actual oven. As you can see, very solid. Machine was manufactured in 1996. More of the racks, different styles that they were utilizing. Here's a better shot of the lift mechanism for the interior hoist. And here is the rectifier. It is a controlled power, 600 amp, 400 volt. Very nice condition, air-cooled rectifier. Here is just more views of the unload conveyor. They have a lighting system so they can see if there's any defects as the racks are coming around with the parts for good lighting. You also have a scale, digital, on the ground. If you have any other additional questions regarding this E-coat line, please contact Lanco Corporation at 616-887-8300. Or you can view our website at www.lanco-corp.com. Thank you and have a good day.